Hi, you guys. We are so excited. We are the K3. I'm Jen.
I'm Marisa, and thank you for being part of this special KDrama Coffee Break, where we are going to talk about the 3 finales that dropped this weekend.
Oh, right. Who's excited about those?
Yes.
So if you are, we see a lot of familiar names in the comments. Thank you so much for showing up to hang out and talk with us. We love talking with our K-drama BFFs. If you are new to our channel, we're all just K-drama fans, just like you.
That's
And
right.
that is, we're just here to talk, squee, quibble, the usual about whether these finales worked for us. So welcome. Jump in the comments. Everybody's pretty, we're a pretty friendly group.
Yeah.
And Simon Pegg, if you are out there, come on in. The
Yeah.
water's warm.
We have some K-drama recommendations for you.
Yes,
So,
absolutely.
After you're done watching Hwarang.
Hwarang seemed like an interesting choice.
It is.
Interesting
I
choice.
guess that's the Netflix effect. Huh?
Right? Exactly.
Is it on what?
Netflix. Is that
Oh,
what it is?
yeah. I think so. Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
I'm just going to shift this a little bit.
Okay.
There it is. Okay, great.
But yeah.
So how
We
is
will-
everyone doing?
I was going to say, we'll get to Pak Hyung-sik later.
Yes.
Oh.
All right. So we've got a bunch of I'm here for the spoilers. Didn't continue watching. Oh, okay, great. V
Okay.
Moonchild Tarot. Yeah, we got spoilers ahoy. Yeah. Please note we're talking the finales. It is Spoilerville. There is no
Yes. We're talking everything.
We're talking everything.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have the 3 finales.
Mhm.
I watched all 3. You
Yeah.
only watched the 2 because you dropped JIRISAN.
Yeah. I watched Inspector KOO and
Right.
Happiness.
So I'm just curious, you guys. Which one was the most satisfying for you? Because I actually was really surprised which one hit my happy point the best.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Shadow, thank you. Late night, we love it.
Yes. Thank you for
Thank
staying
you
up with
so
us.
much for staying up with us. So yeah. Didn't get around to JIRISAN. Yeah, I got quibbles. I am busting out the gallon o quibble juice on JIRISAN, and so we're gonna get to that one. Yes. All right. So we'll just see how everybody's doing. Happiness. Calvin's most excited for that one. I got Dick 8926. So good to see you again, and thank you for your thoughts on red sleeve cuff and that scene. It was great. They were fantastic.
Thank you.
That was a really big conversation in our comments last week.
So if you check out our live chat from last week and check out the comments, we have some, you guys are the best, like helping us understand like historical context, cultural context. And it brings so much to watching something like the red sleeve, because that is my favorite K-drama right now. So good.
So good. And there's so much there. So thank you all of you who jumped in and gave us some comments.
Yeah.
But we are here for the finales, right? So let's see. I only managed to finish Happiness, but I want
let us help you decide.
Let us help you decide. So let's jump in, you guys. Let's get this finale party started. Let's start with Inspector KOO, right? Oh, Marisa, I gotta say, this one was my most satisfying finale. I was so freaking happy with all of it.
Yes.
All of it.
Yeah. Love the 4 women in this show, right?
So good. They were amazing.
Your favorite.
They were my absolute favorite. They were just completely amazing. The 4 women we've got obviously Lee Young-ae, we've got her nemesis Kim Hae-jun, and then we've got the Chaebol Kim Hae-suk, and then Kwak Sung-young.
Yeah.
And we've said this every time we've talked about it. They're like the 4 corners of people.
4 different women. None of them are married. It's not about a relationship with a man. Nope. It's about a very different kind of relationship with different men, I would say, like a lot of underlings. But yeah, that these 4 women were like going head to head. This show was so surprising. I really loved like the video game elements that the director dropped in. Right? It kind of, because otherwise you're dealing with this wacko serial killer and a hell-bent detective, but it wasn't that.
No,
it was so fun and funny, and unexpected, and violent.
So violent.
And wackadoo. Those murders were wackadoo.
And they were both so brilliant, and they were at opposite ends of the the spectrum, like kind of like what she says is like, listen, I was super smart, but I learned years ago that killing the bad guy is not nearly as like satisfying as helping the good guy. And I was like, the classmate was everyone. Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Yes. The classmate always says it's weird, but you go back and they're like, you're my best friend. Absolutely. They were so great. Definitely recommend Inspector KOO.
Yes.
This finale for me was so satisfying because it just pinged everything, right? We got the amazing reveal on that final episode about how Inspector KOO like outsmarted our serial killer.
Oh, and I love how they played that out where they put Kim Hae-jun as Kay in the place.
Oh my God.
So that you played all of that out and it was explained. So clever and fun, right?
And the best one though wasn't where Kim Hae-jun was swapped out. It was when Inspector Koo showed up in the 70s porn star disguise, which was the best.
The mustache and the wig. It was what Lee Hong-nae as Gunok was wearing, which was hilarious in the last episode.
Oh my God. Hilarious all by itself.
I know.
Then you add it. Guys, it was
so funny.
It was so funny.
But they like introduced it from the beginning, like this theatrical element, like replaying stuff and putting it in a theater setting. And so then of course it made sense why the big final showdown was in a theater, but it's just like it took you out of the action in the most fun way.
Oh, right.
It's like you're watching this story, we're presenting this for you. And so of course, little robot triggers make sense,
right? Absolutely. Like we'll just push this button and then and they'll blow up, but they'll have had enough time to hide in the most complicated refrigerator in the history of man. Like what was this refrigerator made out of?
So funny.
But I was so happy because I have a quick question for y'all. They did when they were, I don't know if it was this episode or the episode before, but they flashed back to it when Jo Hyun-chul they were all in the pizza place. And they were like, "Why are you serving us?" And he's like, "I don't know. I feel like I made it." Was that a callback to Hotel de Luna when he owned the pizza place? Yes.
Pizza Alvolo. Yes, right? Do you guys remember that?
Dr. Cheese gives you. It was hilarious. I was like, did they just? I think they
did.
They Hotel de Luna callback.
Yeah, that was funny.
I love it. You guys, there were so many things that I just loved about it. I loved the fact that our boy Lee Hong-nae, when he was dying in the thing, I was like, you cannot leave him to die here alone. He has a boyfriend who loves him, and then to have the boyfriend sitting by his bedside waiting for him to wake up, I was like, that's so much. I was so happy. The women were amazing. I loved the way it wrapped up. I cannot recommend this one enough. Like.
Yes.
And we haven't even, I'm sorry.
What?
The special guest star at the end. Hilarious. Just a final hilarious joke. Right?
Yeah. Looking gorgeous. And
she was like, something's fishy.
I know. I love how they were just all scrambling around the apartment. But Santa also, the reveal.
Right.
And I loved how it just was placed. Because, typical K-dramas, there's so many storylines going on.
Yeah.
But it was just, I don't know. You know what? The whole final 2 episodes were just really well paced.
Yes.
They didn't slam anything in. Yeah. It wasn't like 6 months later, a year later. I mean, it might have been.
Oh my God, we actually didn't do a huge time jump like usual.
No, I guess it was a few days.
Yeah. I mean, it seemed like a reasonable amount of time.
Yeah. Definitely. Yeah. So big recommend if you haven't.
Super.
If you haven't watched this one, it's on Netflix.
Yes.
And I'm JTBC.
I don't want to end this and then get home and be like, I didn't mention that. So I'm just scanning my notes real quick.
Yes.
Yes. Oh, this is the one thing that I loved. And we've said this numerous times over and over again. But the thing that I loved, even to the final scene when they showed Lee Young-ae showing up the door in her usual glorious rom-com look, is they kept Inspector Koo a hot mess to the very last frame, and I loved that so much.
When she went to Santa's house and was just like looking for stuff, pulling like gum wrappers
I think that's what I wrote that note.
I see you.
Yes.
I feel you on that.
So yeah,
so good.
If you guys are looking for just a fun, it was just a lot of fun. Like I think it'd be a great binge.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Just laugh out loud at so many unexpected things and so many twists, and just, again, the 4 women.
So good. And so powerful. And each have their own power. And I just okay, so here's my question before we move on. Like, I feel like they could do a season 2, but do we think that that's something they kind of teed it up as they're now a detective agency, which I kind of loved. And they kind of alluded to the fact that Kay escaped through a manhole in the final cartoon.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, I'm fine if they don't, but I'm just curious.
Dr. Chi, totally should watch it. Yeah, totally should watch it. I don't know. K-dramas like 9 times out of 10 feel like they're teeing up a season 2, so I don't know.
Yeah, I thought that was, they kind of were like, he seemed to have been the girlfriend. He seemed to be the boyfriend to the girl who drowned.
Right. And the teacher husband was accused, and that's why he ended up killing himself. But he wasn't even there. Santa was probably there.
Right. And if Santa would have come forward, then the husband would not have been accused, and then he wouldn't have killed himself. But
except maybe Inspector Cooge, maybe if she hadn't grilled her husband and trusted him, maybe when the love of your life doesn't believe you that you had nothing to do with the student's murder, maybe that was why he killed himself.
Right. You know? So yeah, I mean, I thought that was the only sort of not rushed per se, but if I had any quibble, it'd be that.
Yeah, but also like you brought up last week, it's like, why was Kay even on this killing spree? That wasn't super clear.
Thank you, because I still was kind of like, why does she want to make is it you? Yes. Chief Hyung-suk, why did she want to make her so miserable? Like what I felt like that was that was probably the weakest.
Yeah.
But other than
except that she wasn't on a revenge track. She just was looking for more people to kill.
Right. And that stack at the end, that stack of all the cases that I was like, oh my God, right?
The security. Oh,
that was so good when he like just ducked his thing. Oh, it was great.
Right, Calvin? Like K-drama, like security are always just like,
Inspector Koo, get on it if you want. Yeah, strong women, fun. Yeah, it was great. Highly, highly recommend. Okay, let's move on to, because y'all, I'm busting out the Quibble Juice gallon. We need to get a prop gallon of Quibble Juice to put on the table. Okay, who watched JIRISAN? Am I the only? I finished it, y'all.
Yeah,
I finished it. I binged it for the most of this week to get to this point.
Not me. So tell us, did you guys watch it?
Did you watch it? Let us know. Here at the end, as we get to the end of JIRISAN, this is my big thought. This is my overall comment on it before we get into any of quibbles and whatever things. It should have either been a 6-episode Netflix series or a movie.
Oh, a movie.
Because nope, exactly. Needs spoilers for moving forward. Okay, so here's the thing. Okay.
Calvin.
Right? Right, Calvin? It's a river of quibbles. Like, you still have 4 eps left.
Okay.
So, y'all dropped it. So let's just cut to the chase. Calvin and I will just get our gallons and rivers of quibble juice. We will talk on Twitter. But dear God, I am just going to rant for like 5 minutes about this. Someone needs to explain to me. Okay, I'm just going to tell you where it ended up, right? Quibbles before you even try it.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's just paint the picture of JIRISAN, right?
Okay.
We are on a mountain. Yeah. Joo Ji-hoon suddenly can see things. He's psychic. He can see crimes that are occurring. Why? The mountain is talking to him. Then we do all these flashbacks and flash forwards and all these kind of things, and we find out that Joo Ji-hoon then spends 14 episodes hooked up to life support, and he appears on the mountain as a living ghost to solve a crime of murders, right? While our other lead, Jun Ji-hyun, is in a wheelchair because they both suffered from being
something
catastrophic occurred in the winter. So we all this stuff. Everything is told in flashback. We have people dying left, people dying right. Yeah. All this kind of things. Our living ghost is solving crimes while he's kind of dead, but not really dead, but sort of dead. All of this weird, mysterious, supernatural shit to boil down to corruption and a murder.
Oh,
and that is all it was. And they're like, the mountain will stop you. I'm like, the mountain hasn't stopped him after 6 times. He's killed 22 people on this mountain. The mountain has not stopped him. So then at the final moment when we discover that it's the young boy that we discovered in episode 10 or 11, is actually the murderer, because no one remembered how his father wanted to stay on the mountain, but people wanted to take the money from the cable car company. And so they basically are the ones who ruined their well and then put pesticides on Dad's bee farm. So it wiped everything out so that Dad would sign off to get the money. And then once everybody signs off, because our little kid soul, he stamps it for his dad because his dad's losing his mind because they killed all his bees. So he stamps the sign to say he wants to get the money. money so they can get out of there. And he walks it over and finds out that they killed his mom. They killed the bees. They ruined the well, all to get them to sign off on this money. And then the cable car company is like, sorry, the government won't let us do it. So nobody's getting any money. So they wiped out. This is the story, guys. This was it.
Oh, but what happened to all the supernatural?
None of it. None of it makes any sense because Ju Ji-hoon is giving them clues. So Ju Ji-hoon isn't helping our team. Jung Ji-hyun can't go to the mountain because she's in a wheelchair. So you basically are spending episodes and episodes, which is fine. We like them. But you basically spend 4 episodes with Cho Han-chul and Oh Jung-se traipsing through the mountains, and we've accused them already of whether or not they're the murderer, but no, so many red herrings. I can go on for days, you guys. Days, how frustrated I was with this. To only have Seoul finally kidnap our girl and puts her in a car because she can't go anywhere because she can't walk. So she's in a car and she's trapped there, right? And then they get to this point because all of a sudden rain hits because, of course, the mountain is angry, right? And so they get out of the car. They get into like a little bit. There's a kind of a rock slide, and the car screams. Everyone's out of the car. How? We don't know, but they get in a car accident. And then all of a sudden, our bad guy is standing there. He's about to kill our girl, and the mountain retaliates and kills him with an avalanche. I'm not kidding. So while all this is happening, Ju Ji-hyun's families come into town to turn off his life support. So he only has a couple more seconds to be a living ghost because he's about to die. And so we have this very dramatic moment, and they turn it off, and Jun Jae-hyun goes over to his hospital room and to say goodbye, but he's already long gone. And then we cut to a year later, of course. A year later.
Right.
And then we're here, and people are saying their goodbyes and doing their things and getting promotions, and it's great. And then all of a sudden they have the New Year sunrise at the peak of Mount JIRISAN, and they're all going, and all of a sudden they're like, wait, where is Yikang? And they're like, she pulls up in the car, and they've got a bag for her, and you think they're going to carry her up the mountain because that's what they've done so far, because it's the new year and it's the murder's been solved. She gets out of the goddamn car and can walk. She's a ranger again. They had her in a wheelchair and unable to do anything for 14 episodes, but for the final 5 minutes, able to get to the top of the mountain because she's now a ranger again. So they get to the top of the mountain for the sunrise, and who's there? Ju Ji-hyun.
But he died.
He did not. They turned off his life support. Ju Ji-hyun turned off his life support, and he woke up.
Right, Amna?
I'm not even kidding. I'm not even kidding, you guys. And that was JIRISAN. I have just saved you 14 hours of your life. Possibly 16 if you didn't even start it.
Oh my God.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, I was fine with how it, like, the ending would not have sucked so much if it was a 2-hour movie. It would not have sucked so much if it was a 6-episode Netflix series. But every episode was some murder, because was some murder that they didn't really tie together until like episode 14. And then you were like, okay, but then they red herringed us to Jun Suk-ho being the murderer, but it wasn't him. He just got blackmailed by the actual murderer. So then we spent a whole episode thinking it was him. What a mess. So yeah, 16 episodes. I was, as you can tell, a little ragey.
I admire your stamina.
My God.
All right, hold on. Because this, am I mistaken? This did really well in Korea, right? What network? This is on TVN. That's cable. I don't know. 7, 8, 9. It dropped off a little bit from the first episodes because, all right, you have Ju Ji-hoon and you have Jun Ji-hyun.
Oh my God.
Together.
Yeah.
And she's a total athlete.
Total.
And so is he. And it's like you want to see them running up and down the mountain.
And we did in flashback, but when it really came to solving the crime, they both were sidelined. It made no sense to me from a story standpoint. For episodes, Marisa.
Yeah.
Like 14 episodes easily. Thank you. Thank you. I did.
Yeah, right. Exhausting. Oh my God.
The budget was
18 million.
I mean, listen.
American dollars?
Do I want to now go to Mount JIRISAN and hike it? Yes. And can I just ask, is being a park ranger the most dangerous job in South Korea? The amount of disasters and amount of crime that occurred on this mountain was terrifying. I was like,
oh no.
I feel like a park ranger should be a fairly, I mean, you have to have some exertion, right? You got to have some stamina.
Yeah.
But you shouldn't have to take your life into your own hands. Like on a daily basis.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. It was just, oh Lord. It was something. And that I won.
Oh, Calvin,
right?
really?
Calvin, absolutely. They killed off the girlfriend in some random, she slipped and fell into the raging waters. How many got killed in a bus with all the other how many's got killed in a bus? Oh, that was just, the women were not treated well in this movie.
Oh my God. Oh yeah. Wasn't the new young ingenue ranger also?
Oh yeah, she was offed. All the women got killed. I don't think one dude died. I thought Joo Ji-hoon was gonna die.
Oh,
but he didn't die. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Lottery girl should be in jail for
Lottery girl.
Right? Oh, Lottery girl won the lottery for like millions of dollars. Her ticket went flying away.
Yeah, I remember that.
So she spent, because of all the time jumps, I couldn't tell you the amount of years. I couldn't tell you the number of years she spent searching for this ticket.
Oh.
And then when another big flash flood occurs on the mountain, she of course is caught there.
Right.
And as she's panicking, she looks down and there's the ticket.
Oh.
She found the ticket. But then the ranger who came to save her, which was OJ Sung's girlfriend, Oh Jung-se's girlfriend, comes to rescue her, and then she died. And so, but to make amends, Lottery girl comes and decides to make her amends. She's going to become a ranger.
Oh,
at the end. At the end. Yes. And here's my other big quibble, you guys. So Jung Ji-hoon, sorry. I always get their names when I get really fired up. I confuse their names. Sorry.
He or she?
She. So Jung Ji-hoon is how many dies because the murderer points the bus with how many friends to a bridge that's going to collapse.
Oh.
And they all die. But because Joo Ji-hoon put how many on the bus and said goodbye to her as a sweet young boy, Jung Ji-hoon stops talking to Joo Ji-hoon for months, if not a year, because if not for him, her how many would not have died because he put her on the bus.
What?
And they never reconcile. Yes. This show, I mean,
but it's not one of those convoluted ones where you get joy out of it.
Oh no, I was a hate watch to the end.
Oh no.
I literally ripped my headphones off and I was like, this show, I was so mad. Because the final shot is Jung Ji-hoon staring longingly at, not longingly, but their buddies or whatever was happening to Joo Ji-hoon on the mountain, and you hear a voiceover and she's like, you don't see things anymore, do you? And he's like, no. Like, what? I don't. All right. And that is my rant.
Right.
For JIRISAN.
Exhausting. It was. Oh my God.
It was unbelievable, you guys.
That's the thing. Who just said it was relying on big stars? Julianne, right? I mean, I'd rather watch Mouse. Oh my God. Ugh.
I mean, that's saying something, but I almost agree with you, Julianne.
But that's the thing. There's some big stars in K-dramas right now. And, I mean, well, JIRISAN wasn't hitting it with us,
Dr. Chi, was it a good hate watch? I don't know, because I hated it so much by the end. I just thought there was a lot of missed opportunities. But I think maybe if I knew it going in that it was completely ridiculous, it might be a better hate watch. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah.
You're welcome,
right.
You're welcome.
Oh my goodness.
That is what we do here at the K3 Coffee Break. We help you out. Oh,
now we're breaking up his bed. Oh, it's gone better.
Oh,
okay,
good.
Yeah, that's
Good.
That's another huge one.
Yeah,
I'm a huge stars.
Oh,
Song
right.
You.
Absolutely. OST and cast saved yours. Absolutely. Yeah.
Very cool.
Very
cool. Yeah, I think so.
You're right. Sorry, you guys. I was dumbfounded by the time it was over.
I know. That's 16 episodes of regret. That's like, That's too bad because we were so looking forward to this.
Looking forward to this.
The two of them together. Oh,
if they would have just taken the supernatural element out of it and maybe not sidelined them in a series of flashbacks where they couldn't, they would have been like the investigators in the mountain.
Yeah.
I mean, and why Ju Ji-hoon got the mountain, decided to talk to him? He had no connection to the mountain. Why wasn't it? I mean, Jung Ji-hoon actually had a better
grew up there.
All right, and with that, I think we should. I'm going to say goodbye to 16 episodes of regret.
Goodbye, JIRISAN.
Goodbye, JIRISAN.
Yeah.
So long, farewell. All right, you guys. All right, and
you guys, next week.
Oh yeah.
Next week we are going to be doing our K3 year-end wrap-up awards. So if you go to Twitter, if you go to Instagram, you can vote. We've got some super fun categories like the best 180, because we get to see actors doing multiple roles in a year. So these are like some of the most fun stuff from 2021, including like what required a gallon of quibble juice. It sounds like JIRISAN might be the top of that list, but please vote. And then we will talk about the winners next week.
That's going to be so fun. Yes.
That's right. So we will not be back doing a live watch, or what do we call it? Coffee break until January 9th.
Yes.
So the holidays are coming up, but you guys, we have so much good stuff coming for you in the new year. So yeah,
we're super excited.
That's right.
And I will also add, if you're here on YouTube, it's also in the community tab.
Oh yeah,
I put it there too, so you can find the link there.
So please vote.
Yeah,
and honestly, you could vote more than once. Yes. It's like, and we're not collecting emails or anything like that. This is like just totally for fun. It's totally anonymous. Just like write what you want to write. 2021 dramas.
Yeah. And then we'll all meet back here next Sunday and talk about it. It's gonna be great. Like our year-end wrap-up. It's gonna be so fun.
That's right. Twitter, Instagram, and the community tab.
Actually, I should probably put it down because that's where it's going to be. Yeah.
And we also have our an affiliate code for this for all of young, a gift, just some K3 gift ideas. So if you're looking for holiday things,
Yeah.
Because after that rant, is Jen dehydrated?
I know. Of course. I'm so dehydrated. I'm going to have to get some water. Oh, okay. Nice.
Yeah.
All right. And I think, you voted already. Yay. Thank you. I'm being inspired. Yes. All right. And I think the reason most of y'all are here.
Yeah.
We also had the happiness.
Happiness.
How'd y'all feel about it? Marisa, where did you end up with it?
I really enjoyed this show. And, I totally got spoiled because I went on Instagram and someone published early photos of how it ended. And I was like, why you people are so fast with the spoilers? Oh my gosh.
Oh, right?
I really wanted to enjoy the story. And it did like go here and then it went there and it went there. And I wasn't quite sure where we were going to end up, but Han Hyo-ju and Park Hyun-sik, one of my favorite couples. Their chemistry, and it wasn't like sexy time romantic chemistry. It was like we're solid together chemistry. Yeah. And I really like that.
So okay, so going with the ending, I have to ask this, and I asked it before we went live, but y'all, did anyone else think maybe it was just a dream sequence at the end? Because of the way they did the very dramatic, he got shot and then passed out, and then all of a sudden they cut to bright, sunny things, and they were all happy, and the little girl, I'm like, I thought, did the girl die on the table? Like, I was like, what's happening?
I had to rewind it. I'm like, wait, where? I thought he was shot in the leg. Yes, he was just shot in the leg.
So I was shot in the stomach.
I thought he was shot in the leg.
I didn't rewind it.
I'll have to rewind it again. I thought he was shot in the leg, and I think it was just that he was exhausted, and that's
that what it was?
Passed out in her arms. But man, that apartment building was a madhouse by the end.
And can we just say, like, they lost their damn minds after 4 days.
4 days.
Like, it wasn't like it was 4 weeks or 4 months. It was 4 days or something ridiculous like that. Like, what is happening?
Right.
Like, I get that you're already horrible people, but
yeah, the non-monsters were the monsters. Yeah, exactly. Which is why it was so focused on such a small group. Like you said, Lord of the Flies last week. So focused on the small group of people. But yeah, they, like, I guess in a pandemic or when things are at risk and the world's on fire, don't trust lawyers, don't trust doctors, and don't trust wannabe building reps.
Right. I mean, the building rep was the one that was the most. I love how even to the end she's like, "Will you vote for me?" Like,
I know she went like Lady Macbeth. Like she was like ready to kill everybody, and then like just was seeing blood everywhere. Just like it was
Right, Jill? Like the cure was people with diabetes have, yeah, it was, yeah, even if he did get shot since he was infected. Oh, right. That's right.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Yeah. Oh, that's right.
Okay,
Because he did have multiple gunshots
You know
earlier
what?
and then was still walking around.
I did love the brother with his helmet and gloves. Like he started off as kind of a putz, but by the end, I was like, I really like him. Can we also say, you guys, here's my next one. What happened to the baby? Like, I wanted to at least see the baby made it out alive.
Oh,
like, I thought we'd at least see, you know, our army guy at least like bouncing a baby that, like, you know, it all was worth it.
I know.
Thank you, guys.
They forgot to pay off that storyline.
Yeah. Like, that woman was like
His
strapped
wife.
to a that's why his wife was strapped to a bed, like Exorcist style, practically.
The avocado shot.
Right?
K-drama fashion sometimes.
Oh my god. Yeah. I thought it was super solid and I enjoyed it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, of three, I found Inspector Cool to be more satisfying.
I
thought
really enjoyed it.
I thought that Happiness was just kind of ended the way you expected it to end. Like there was no big,
except Pak Young Sik. It's like we were like, why is there a serial killer? It's like, because Pak Young Sik gets to play a monster and gets to bite somebody, and it can't be anyone.
It can't be anyone else.
It's got to be a person.
That's a really good point.
Right, with no moral ground at all, who deserves to be bitten.
Sure.
So, yeah.
Hi, Candy.
Hello.
Did we pronounce that correctly? Did we say that right?
Hello. Welcome.
Welcome.
Yes, we're talking K-dramas with your aunt.
So fun. I love it.
So yeah, that's why there was a serial killer. I would say the way you were disappointed about the survivalist, that was a character that should have had more presence.
Yes, thank you.
I agree with that.
And then they were like, they had left him in that electrical box thing for how long, covered in lime, and then right before the end, they're like, we should move him back to his apartment. I'm like, what? Like, I feel like that's a bad idea. Like, get the hazmat people to move the dead body covered in lime that's been sitting there for 3 days.
I know. Why would she feel bad? She didn't know him
you
that
didn't
well.
Feel, you
she
didn't
gave
feel,
him an FBI t-shirt.
Yeah, you didn't feel bad for the last 3 days as he was rotting in there covered in lime.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Secretary and the lawyer guy. Well, his wife definitely left him.
Which I was proud of her.
Yes. Yeah. And that Bitcoin was worthless.
I love that so much.
So she didn't even have that. And they were just, they were left nowhere with nothing.
Yes,
and nobody.
Jill. Yes, Jill. They had to cut up the baby scene from Merkel. Speaking of sponsors, going back to JIRISAN.
Yeah.
Y'all, the BB Labs paid good money for their PPL. They pushed that shit hard in the last episode.
BB Labs? What is it?
BB Labs. It's like some nutritional, like, I think Juji Hoon like chugged one or like ate one earlier. They were handing them out on the hiking trail, and Juji Hoon's family was giving out like boxes of it, and it was hilarious. They were pushing that shit hard. I enjoyed Happiness.
I enjoyed it a lot.
I did.
Yeah.
The ending didn't stick the landing for me, though, I have to say.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I didn't hate it. It wasn't like wasn't like, oh boo, but like where Inspector Koo, I could probably go back and rewatch because I found the ending so satisfying. I wouldn't. Happiness is not a rewatch.
That was a much more creative storytelling with Inspector Koo. Happiness was like, like I said last week, like it didn't quite go far enough for me in terms of the Lord of the Flies, in terms of the social dynamics and stuff. It kind of devolved into your usual tropes, like the greedy lawyer, the lawyer with no ethics, and the doctor with really, do they have the Hippocratic oath over there?
Right. And you guys, we haven't even talked about the fact that we realize at some point martial law was only in this building.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Yeah. So
like that, I felt like was a huge story point that was just kind of like glossed over.
I know. It's like they were using the idea of monsters and zombies to tell a story about humanity and social dynamics, and about greed, and about relationships, and like ultimate greed, and how quickly people want what they want, and like, which is why you had like the cleaning couple just like screaming for the jewels in the apartment.
In
like
4 days.
In 4 days.
Yo, like I get that it was a stressful time, but I mean, could we at least say it was a month? But it was not even a month. Like, come on. We were out of toilet paper here in the States, and we didn't devolve to that in 4 days.
That's right. I know.
I felt like it was just
Uh-huh.
it just again, I will keep going back to like the 4 or 5 day thing. Like, I mean, give me a little bit more time for people to go completely off the rails.
I know.
How many points does it get for creativity? Do you mean happiness
or Inspector KOO?
Inspector KOO gets like
100,
all of them
out of 50. It's like so good.
I would say happiness would get like, I mean, out of 10, I would say like 7 or 8.
I mean, what they did do right is that it was 12 episodes and not 16. They definitely got that right. And yeah.
Right. If that all happened in 4 days, right, and I think I might be incorrect. It might be like 6 or 7, but it wasn't even 2 weeks, y'all.
No, yeah, because wasn't it? Oh, I don't know. There was the initial countdown, and then they tacked on a few days.
Like, and then we started counting up. We counted down, and then we started counting up.
Right.
And so like it might have gotten to like 12 days tops.
It's still, yeah.
So I'm just using 4 to be dramatic, y'all.
Right.
You guys have all met me.
It's so funny.
Right? Oh my God, totally could have been a movie. But I felt like the 12 episode was a really good. I felt it was a satisfying number.
Yeah.
Like I just felt like they could have, instead of spending so much time with the like greedy, like we kind of got the greed idea fairly quickly. I feel like we could have spent a little bit more time with, the fact that only these buildings are in lockdown and everybody else is, like I felt like we could have played a little bit more with that.
Yeah, except that really what was happening on the outside was so minor to the story they were trying to tell. But the thing is, the way it was set up, and we're all like, we're in this coronavirus world. It's like, we know what quarantine means. And it just kind of made, by the way, for people being in quarantine, they were never in their apartments.
Ever.
Like, wouldn't you just like close the door and go, this is my water and bring me the lunchbox when it arrives?
Right? Oh my God. The only couple that did that was the old couple. And that was it. And then they kept having him like with that towel wrapped around his neck. Like, did he get bit? Is she feeding off of him? And then his son shows up and he takes it off. He's like, come on in. Yeah. I was like, this is hilarious. Oh my God. Yeah. Let's see. Do I have any other like overall solid?
But Park Hyun-sik, this is his first back from the military, right?
Yes.
So first of all, he gets to play with Han Hyo-joo, which was great. But like he plays a baseball star, a cop,
zombie
hunter, a monster who fights somebody, a lover. It's just like he got it all in one role.
He really did. And it was enjoyable. Like, I didn't dislike it. And he was super charming and I got it. And I loved them together. But yeah, I kind of
it wasn't the
that
you wanted.
Yeah. I think then yes. I think I would have enjoyed, like, we've had some shows where they kind of everything ends the penultimate episode, and then they spend an episode kind of giving us kind of a whole episode of what happens after. And I think this one would have done what I'm looking for. We benefited from that.
I think so, because we didn't see what happened to his cop partner.
Yeah.
Right. We didn't see, like, we've spent so much time with these people being horrible, or like the artist and her brother like coming back to being good, have a good relationship. You're right. That really could have played out a little more.
But randomly they showed that they but then they just randomly showed us where is he? I can't find him. Talk amongst yourselves.
Like you were saying, the baby. What happened to the baby?
They just randomly show us EQ Hyung like recovering. Like, I don't need that shot. I forgot he was even in it.
That's right. That's a callback to episode 1.
But I mean, what happened to our cop buddy that spent 14 or 12 episodes with us, who got stabbed and had his wife that was in, like that. I would rather see what happened with that instead of
right. Because honestly, the doctor just really losing it and just running around the apartment building screaming
and biting people
because he was convinced he was infected, but he was.
That actor always plays the most wackadoo of wackadoos.
God, yeah, right. God, like he's always hateful. Like,
always the
taxi driver. Like every time you see him, you can't trust him.
Like, every time you see him, I'm instantly like, you are a bad man.
Yes,
I'm afraid. Like if he ever shows up and he's like not a bad guy.
I know,
right?
He's probably the nicest guy in real life.
Right?
but he's like
he just has that punchable face.
He's been stereotyped.
Right? The doctor was hilarious, like badly hilarious.
Yeah, man. Oh my god.
Then him and the apartment rep together.
Talk about enablers, yeah.
Right?
But yeah, that they went to murder so quickly. Oh god. I don't know. But yeah, this couple, Han Hyo-joo and Park Hyun-sik, so enjoyable. Yeah, the video message he left for her that she kept playing over and over.
Right?
And over.
Oh my god, it's so cute, right?
It,
What did those green pills do exactly? We have no idea. That was a whole plot point that also got like off to the side. Like,
it started with really big things, big storylines, like all of Korea and the world, being infected by this monstrous virus, the pills and the drugs and the system and the corruption. But then it really just became the story about what was in the apartment. But then you've got these big stories that are kind of hanging out there. So,
I feel like they did leave a lot of dangling chads out there for sure.
Park Hyun-sik and Han So-hee. I know. Right, people?
That's gonna be something, y'all.
It's gonna be good.
That's gonna be a good one.
Yeah, can't wait for that.
Yeah, because I kind of do need the Park Hyun-sik charm offensive.
Holy cow!
Like I felt like we kind of got bits of it in this one, but because he was so busy fighting, zombies, we didn't get quite, but a full rom-com.
Yeah. All right.
Oh my god, that was so fun.
That's right,
Teresa.
You guys,
thank you. It was so fun. Loved it. Does anybody have any final thoughts on any of the three? Do we want to throw anything out? Did we miss anything? Did we not cover something that you were waiting to be discussed?
Yeah.
Because those were very diverse finales.
That's right. And for a lot of 2021, I felt we were kind of in a K-drama drought, and
you were just finishing strong, y'all.
Right?
2021 is finishing strong.
Right.
Because we still have Red Sleeve Cuff that we are loving. We've got the Silent Sea. You guys seen the Silent Sea trailer? I am losing my mind. I'm so excited. I'm like literally getting a prayer circle up to the K-drama gods. It has to be good.
And that drops Boxing Day, December 26th. So
yes. 30 seconds for our beloved summer. If I had watched it, we could, but I know nothing.
I watched one episode and I haven't hit play on 2 yet.
Oh, okay.
I don't really see how they're going to do 16 episodes with this relationship. But
interesting.
Yeah, lots more coming this week. Oh my goodness, so much
goodness is coming. Like I'm super excited. Like K-drama gods, they're finishing strong. So it's exciting.
That's
All right, you guys.
So next week, our awards, and we'll be telling you what we have planned for 2022 because we are creating so much good stuff for you. K-drama BFFs.
Nice. Idol the Coup. We don't know anything about that one, but we'll drop us some information, Scott, in the comments.
Yeah. We'll let us know if you're enjoying it and what you love about it. So yeah, Melancholia. No, I got 10 minutes in. I'm like, ugh. And if horrible parents again.
And if she's exhausted, there's no way I'm hitting.
Yeah. Lee Dong-wook.
Oh, that starts this week. The new Lee Dong-wook one.
Oh yeah,
crazy
with what is it? We Haju.
Yeah, like I said,
that one looks spicy.
That one looks really fun.
Yeah.
That's so good.
Yeah.
So yeah. All right, you guys.
Cool.
Until next week.
All right.
We are the K3. I'm Jen.
I'm Marissa, and you are our K-drama BFF. Thank you so much for being part of this K-drama coffee break. Vote. Go vote.
Yes. And if you can, go ahead and hit that like button so that YouTube knows that you guys enjoy hanging out with us. Yes. And we will see you next time. Bye.
자, 그럼 구독자님들 구독, 좋아요, 알림 설정까지 부탁해요. 안녕.